Hello, my name is Stephen Brown. I'm an attorney with Reddy Neumann PC here in Houston, Texas. I just wanted to do a short video today about the notice of proposed rulemaking for the increase in filing fees that USCIS has proposed. I want to start by saying this is not a final rule. Nothing in this notice is effective as of today. There is a 60-day comment period that goes until March 6, 2023. And then after that, they're going to have to go through the comments, respond to them, create a final rule, and then there'll be an implementation period after that. So just keep in mind, nothing is finalized. With that said, there are some things that are worth making people aware of that as it relates to the employment-based immigration side. I have an article that kind of goes into this a little bit more in depth. We'll post that link below, or you can find it on our website, rnlawgroup.com. So the first thing that I found pretty interesting in this 469-page document is a proposal from DHS to include a $600 fee to be paid by the employer whenever they file a Form I-129 or a Form I-140. This will be used for, in order to help fund the asylum program without having to charge them or increase the charges for the asylum program. The fee will be applicable to all I-129s or I-140s, regardless whether it's a new one, an amendment, an extension, a fourth extension, whatever, right? It'll be always enacted anytime you file that. USCIS estimates that this would cover about $800,000 of the asylum cost that has been the average for fiscal year 2022 and 2023. Again, not a final thing, something you as employers may want to consider. An additional item I thought was interesting, right, from a litigation perspective is Table 10 found on page 91. This is what USCIS calls their completion rate or touch time. How many hours does it take to complete a petition in that file? So I pulled out some of these that I thought were interesting, especially a difference between I-129 for an H-1B, which takes 1.53 hours, versus a I-129L, which takes 3.57 hours. To me, that's a big difference for those. I-131 advanced parole, 0.29 hours, so only a handful of minutes, not even 30 minutes. 485, 2.08 hours. And I-539, 0.70, and I-765, 0.22. All of those numbers that I just read off are increases from the 2019 proposed fees when they tried to publish this chart. Interestingly, Cato Institute took a look in an article they posted at how long it takes to touch an application that it takes an adjudicator to analyze versus the proposed fees. And they came out to USCIS charging almost $106 per hour to as much as $3,333 per hour, depending on the type of application. And the average fee per hour for all forms will increase from $554 per hour to $801 per hour. What this shows is the gross inefficiencies with USCIS, right? Things are going to cost more, and over time they've taken longer, even as they've developed technological incentives to try to increase efficiency. They're getting less efficient. An EAD application is going to be about $3,000 per hour, which is just absurd. Going on to the fees, almost every fee from the employment-based perspective has increased, and I pulled out a couple of them in our article. They are proposing the H-1B pre-registration fee at cap time to be increased to $215. That's a 2,050% increase. The I-129 H1 fee going from $460 to $780 for the base fee. It's a 70% increase. L's going from $460 to $1,385. That's a 201% increase. Interestingly, they're putting the base fee for I-129 H, L, and O, different fees depending on the visa type, which I thought was interesting. More interesting, I thought, was 485s and interim benefits. So interim benefits being the C9 EAD and the advanced parole. In recent years, these have been bundled together and included in the 485 fee. That will no longer be the case under this proposed rule if it becomes a final rule. USCIS has different fees proposed for just the 485, the 485 with the advanced parole, the 485 with the I-765, and the 485 with all three, right? The 485, I-131, and the 765. Now, the good thing is, for those of you that suffered from the retrogression problem, this will only be the fee for those that have filed their 485 after the rule goes into effect. So if your 485 is already pending, outside of those that have filed in like 2007, 2008 that are still pending, your interim benefits renewals will still be in the bundle price that you've already paid. Other than that, I-765 is going up about 59%, 539 is going up 250%. The registration fee for the H-1B is significant. That is a huge increase, going from $10 to $215. But our firm does not anticipate that to be in effect for this fiscal year, kind of given the timeline. Now, USCIS could decide, hey, we're going to do something on this on our own for this specific fee. I just don't foresee that. Premium processing is the other big one. So right now, when you do premium processing, they make a decision within 15 calendar days. USCIS is now proposing to make that 15 business days. Essentially, this adds about a week to premium processing as it is right now. Now, the fee's not increasing. It'll just be a move to business days versus calendar days. Overall, you could go see at the article I have online the complete breakdown of the employment-based fees, and then you could go through the full 469-page proposed rule for any other fees. It's important that if this is something you take issue with or even support, to make a comment. Comments, like I said, will be due by March 6th, but you could go onto the Federal Register website, federalregister.gov, and file a comment as it relates to this fee proposal. They'll take it under advisement and either adjust adjust the regulation or not based off of their analysis of this. As always, Reddy and Neumann, we recommend following our social media platforms. As we get more information about this regulation, we'll provide it for everybody as it comes forward. Again, Stephen Brown with Reddy and Neumann here in Houston, Reddy and Neumann PC here in Houston, Texas. Appreciate you guys watching the video and look forward to seeing the comments that you guys have for this proposed regulation. Thank you. Have a good day.